Just doing it up. Just doing it up.
Welcome to Just Doing It Up Week 12. Happy Thanksgiving, money bags.
Okay, here. Look. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits. You name it. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbits. You name it.
Any picks for Thursday? Anything we like Thursday night, Thanksgiving?
I got a teaser for the folks. We're going Dallas as part of the teaser. They are, what are they, minus 11, so the teaser bring them down to minus 5. And then we're going to go across the country. We're going to go to the late game. Seattle is minus 6.5, so that teaser will bring them down to minus half. Combine that, I think that'll get you to around minus like 120 odds. That's the teaser of the week. That's the inaugural teaser. Stay away from the Packers-Lions game. You don't know what you're going to get in there.
I actually like the Packers alternate spread plus 10 because the Lions have been playing zero defense. So I think it's going to be a one-score game there.
I'm gonna do a quick Laporta, Lamb, Ayuk, all over on the receptions.
Nice. I like that. So we got Klevdog and the Rooster here to give you everything you need to hit those picks for week 12 and fill up your bellies and fill up your wallets. Klevdog, what do you got for us?
Week 11 recap, baby. The Rooster was flapping his wings and puffing his chest as the Browns beat the Steelers 13-10. But wait, he had the Browns at minus 4. Rooster solemnly had to sit back on his couch Sunday and reassess. He waited for Monday Night Football as he had the Eagles plus 3, and they handled business down in KC with a huge 21-17 victory. Rooster went 1-1 on the week and moves to 12-9-1 on the season. Klevdog missed on his trusty Seattle Seahawks at minus 1 on the road in La La Land. Rams win in dramatic fashion 17-16. I rode my number 1 power rank team, the Eagles, at plus 3 on Monday Night Football in KC. Shout out the Klevdog blog Power Rankings Week 11 release. My Eagles handled business, winning 21-17. I also went 1-1 on the week and moved to 12-9-1 on the season. A-Rock, I told the listeners last week to not let the father of one get hot. He went into the chicken shack, challenged the Rooster, picking the Steelers at plus 4 and came out a winner. Steelers covered in 13-10 loss to the Browns. The father of one may have stayed up for Sunday Night Football too, as the Broncos, he had them at minus 2. They pulled off the furious comeback, winning 21-20 against the Vikings, but sadly did not cover. A-Rock also went 1-1 on the week and moves to 10-12 on the season. He's coming up the rears. Our guest picker from last week, Champagne, whoop some ass. A-Rock, recap the Champagne picks for me.
Yeah, of course. Champagne came on, just dropped a casual 4-0 and then left. Houston minus 4, Rams plus 1, money down parlay pick, Cowboys minus 9, Survivor, Broncos. Whoa, who picks a Survivor coming on as a guest as a minus 2? Sham does. He hits it. He also hit his Thursday night pick of Odell Beckham over 26.5 yards. So, I mean, the man was on fire. Dropped an absolute heater and left. But Klevdog, what do you got for us on that money down parlay, though? You want to recap? You want to touch on that real quick?
Yeah, money down parlay did not hit this week. We swung through it for the fences. We had a plus 664. It was a mega boost. All of the first 3 legs hit. We're just waiting on Seattle, and they crush us. That was a double loser for me. Busted my money down parlay and my favorite pick. Drew Lock sucks. He had a 2.8 quarterback rating. That's kind of funny. He came in, threw for 3 yards and an interception. But, I mean, I'm going to question, like, is Gino a tough guy? If he doesn't come out of this game, Drew Lock doesn't – he went back in the game because he's like, Drew Lock sucks that bad. But, yeah, that was a double bummer for me. What do you got, Rooster?
Yeah. I mean, it was a looking back, it wasn't a terrible week for me betting wise. Obviously, I took the Jags. They won. Survivor was good. Then my favorite, I took the Browns -4 before we heard about the Deshaun injury, which I don't know. Like coming out of last Sunday, you heard about the ankle injury, but you didn't hear about the shoulder until all of a sudden he's done for the year. So don't love that from my wallet. I actually didn't remember what I had him at, so I thought had him at -3. I'm like, okay, I push, I get the, the -1 at the end of my record there. But no, had him at -4. Kind of reminded me of Reno 911 when Detective Weigel thinks she wins the lottery and then goes on a profanely laced rant, only to find out that she didn't actually win.
Won the lotto! I won the lotto! I'm a millionaire! And I don't have to sit here anymore and listen to your bull, you crazy you! You! Suck my you mother suckers! Ugh!
So that was me when I sat back down and found out that I had him at -4. For my dog, I rode with the Eagles too, Clev. Wasn't super impressed by either offense. Eagles, I mean, trailing the whole game. Offense looked a little tentative. Jalen was like checking it down a lot. I mean, they're doing a lot of screens. He didn't look very confident in a lot of his throws. But then they turned it on at the end. Mahomes and the Chiefs, I've been hearing these stats about them in the second half, not scoring touchdowns. Pretty crazy. But then, yeah, I mean, I love him complaining for like the roughing the passer on the last possession, and then his receiver letting him down ultimately. That was great. Kelsey, a couple sneaky drops and a fumble too. But then there was a money down parlay. I tried so hard to will my Hawks to a win. It was the first time I'd picked them and they had lost. It looked so good. Like it was crazy. Me and Clevy were watching the games. At that point, we've tossed back a few beers on my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Gino leaves the game. Gino comes back in.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. I did. Okay. You've no idea the physical toll the 3 vasectomies have on a person.
The Rams inexplicably throw the ball on one of the plays, and they saved the Seahawks 40 seconds, which was huge. Then, the big bomb to DK down in the field. He catches the ball at 38 seconds. Then they drain the clock and run 2 plays for 2 yards. Clevy?
Before they gave the ball back to Seattle, I've never cashed out, but this time I was looking at the option. The cash out option was $49, which was what I bet 10. So I would have been up. I almost pressed it, but now I'm wishing I did. Back to you.
That's not how the money down parlay works, man. We write them out, and damn, did that one hurt. Watching that kick, it was just like such a immediately a little whimper out to the right. It was such a letdown, but
It's away. Kick on the way, leaking right, and oh shit. Are you okay?
my Seahawks let us down. I feel bad for the boys. That's on me. Hand up. But I finished 1-1 technically on the week, so not all is bad there. A-Rock?
Yeah, I mean, Myers, he went from, special teams player of the week last week. He was nailing field goals all game and then just ducked this one. I mean, he had a game winner last week, kind of almost same distance, but it's probably shorter. But I mean, still, the guy can do it, but just missed. I just want to say, ever since week 1, when the Seahawks lost to the Rams the way they did, I mean, Klevdog and Rooster were on the Seahawks podcast. I mean, I kind of felt siloed out as not on that train, but now officially, for me, I'm making it public. I'm disavowing the Seahawks, not for the podcast, for myself. I'm just disavowing them. They can't do this twice to us. They can't lose to Matt Stafford twice. and bust the money down parlay twice this last leg and have my confidence still. They're disavowed. Fuck the Seahawks.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Denver missed 2-point conversion, missed that bet, not a big deal. And I get the cheeky 4-point spread prior to Deshaun getting hurt and take out the Rooster and the Klevdog in consecutive weeks. Sorry, boys. Klevdog.
Hey, I got one more thing to add. You know the Klevdog's got to give out his game ball of the week. This one's going to my guy, Jordan Love in Green Bay. Coming out party, first game with over 300 yards. I got him at 322 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 68 completion percentage. We take down the Chargers at home. They might have had a few mistakes here and there. I think they dropped one like right on the 3-yard line. But, hey, Staley's seat just got a little bit hotter. Back to you, A-Rock. That's the game ball of the week.
Awesome. Anything else from week 11 we want to touch on here?
Nah, that's it.
All right. We will move right into Survivor then. I am irrelevant in this category. Ryan, Rooster, hit his Jags easily, took care of business down in Duval, took care of the Titans, but Matt tripped it up a little bit. What happened?
Yeah, Tommy DeVito somehow had 3 touchdowns and 69 completion percentage after like they used to not let him throw the ball. I don't know where that came from. And he has a cool celebration. Why was he even practicing a celebration? The whatever. Golly. So that's my second strike. I will be doing a beer mile. I think we're going to collectively do a beer mile together. Stay tuned for that. My pick this week, going into week 12, Jacksonville Jaguars are visiting the Texans. T-Law had a nice game last week. I think they get up for this divisional game. Etienne, I think he has a bounce back game. He was kind of quiet last week, and he's going to explode on the scene this week. Jacksonville Jaguars is the pick. To you, Rooster.
Good pick. Yeah, the DeVito, that was pretty good. I kind of liked it, but we're in week 12 and I haven't picked the Chiefs yet, so I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm just trying to survive at this point, so we're going Chiefs.
I like that, Rooster. I'm out. Don't have a pick. The only thing I want to say about the Chiefs-Raiders game is that Pierce has covered the spread. Pierce and the Raiders has covered the spread the last 3 weeks since he has become head coach. Good teams win. Great teams cover. Take that little nuggies for you with you out of the Survivor segment. We will now go into the Glasseater segment. Rooster's Fantasy Glasseater of the week. Last week we had Tyler Lockett. Not getting good vibes. Rooster, what do we got here?
Yeah, not great. Lockett had 5 receptions for 51 yards. That comes out to 10.1 fantasy points. If you're having a fantasy team and you play them, you're not too upset. But over here in the Rooster Chicken Shack, we want more out of our guys. So we're chalking that up as an L last week. But this week, we're going to Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans. We love the amount of targets he gets. We love that he's playing the Colts. They have a pretty inexperienced secondary. And we know that Mike Evans is a jump ball guy. He's a beast when he comes to getting those matchups that you don't like. So I'm going with him. I'm going heavy on the targets. I'm going anytime touchdown. And I'm liking the Bucs in that game. But just for fantasy purposes, I'm going Mike Evans. And I like his numbers to be big this week.
I like that. Yeah, I might not like it personally, but we'll get into that later. But Mike Evans really can't go wrong. He's consistent every single year. Stop. don't. Rooster's making faces at me. I don't like it. We'll go into guess the line though. We'll stick with the AFC South. Big divisional matchup this week. Both teams are coming off a win here. Jags at Houston for our divisional matchup. Guess the line.
Alrighty. Jags at Houston. I'm coming off a 3-pointer last week. Guess that Super Bowl rematch exactly right. We got Jacksonville coming off a drudging of those Titans. Texans are at home. Stroud kind of had a bad half of football last week. That's not like him, but I think they show up. Stroud boys strong. They're at home. I'm going -2.5 Texans.
Prince, no, Prince.
Don't,
Little
still
mustache.
not the answer.
Little mustache.
Don't answer, man.
Say
something.
No, something else.
No, stop saying.
I have the Jags favored by 1.5. If
That's not good.
Yeah, you gotta talk, Klevdog. The facial reaction was.
That's not good. That's not good. This was kind of like make it or break week. I feel like if I got more points on the board this week, I feel like I can avoid the drumming downtown. Now, I might have to start taking some lessons on YouTube.
Rock the fuck out of those drums, Dale! I'm sorry.
This is not good. I'm at the season total for myself of 17. That's through week 12, and I have to get to 32 is the magic number. I'm going to have to start ripping off some 3-pointers here.
We got to drop one here quickly. 14. This is a tie for the money. Yo!
Damn it. Every time I don't guess it exactly right, I'm on the exact wrong side of the line. I gotta be better.
Hey, you gotta call up your contacts in Vegas like you did last week, man. I don't know. I guess they misled you on the line there, but there's still a chance. There's still an opportunity. You gotta hold out. Gotta hold out hope. Maybe we'll pick an easier game for you, but we'll see. We'll see next week. We'll see what the lines are looking like, and we'll go from there. Moving into the best part of the show, we're gonna do picks. We're gonna go favorites. We're gonna go back to Klevdog. Let's get some redemption going here. Who do you like?
Alrighty, let's get the vibes back. I got Buffalo at Philly. I took my Eagles as a dog last week, and I'm riding them as my favorite this week. Jalen Hurts was interviewed immediately after the game. He said, the beautiful thing about this, we're winning games, and we have yet to play our best game yet. So true. Offense, I think, is starting to click. Love them at -3.5 at home. Bills have struggled. And then to quote my co-host here, the Rooster, last week, week 11, he says he's never seen a team get better after firing their OC midseason. I think the Bills continue to struggle. Love the Philadelphia Eagles at -3.5. That's the pick to you, Rooster.
I like it. The Eagles played good last week. I think it's going to be good for them going forward. But for me, I'm going with another team that's been winning but hasn't been playing their best football. I'm going right here, baby. I'm going with my Jacksonville Jaguars. They head to Houston. Houston's had our number in the past, but not as much when we go to Houston, which is very odd. So I'm going with my boys. I know everyone loves CJ Stroud. He's the media's new darling, but no one's really mentioning the 3 interceptions last week. You get these rookie quarterbacks. Now you start to get some film on them. You can start mixing up some looks, confuse them a little bit. I think our defense is the type of defense that can do that. I think we're an offense that's starting to be on the upward trajectory again. So I'm thinking Jags win over the Texans. I have us at -1.5 right now. And I think this is going to be a big week for us. We win this game, get on the up and up in the division, kind of distance ourselves from them. So I'm going Jags. A-Rock.
Yeah, I think there might be some contention there a little bit later, but we'll save that for the next segment, the dogs there. But week 10, I went off vibes. I was in a terrible mental state. Wasn't doing any research, was just like, these look good. This week, I am super tired. I don't know why. I got tons of sleep on Sunday. Terrible sleep last night. Don't feel good today. We're riding those terrible vibes like we did on week 10. You're on Colts -2.5. I think the Bucks are bad. I don't think they're that good. I like the way the Colts have been playing defense. They've been feisty the past couple weeks. Their competition hasn't been that good, but I mean, look what have the Bucks done? What have the Bucks done for us lately? Nothing. So I like the Colts with a lame duck Baker Mayfield interception, and I think that's going to be the difference by a field goal. And Colts -2.5. With that being said, we're going to move into the dogs, starting with our dog, Klevdog, like we do every week.
I got Cleveland going to Denver. I'm going to say credit to the Broncos. They're on a 4-game winning streak, but that's coming to an end, baby. Russ hasn't thrown a pick in 4 games, but that's coming to an end, baby. The Browns defense only allow an average of 18 points per game. DTR led them to a game-winning drive last week against Pittsburgh. Cleveland +2.5 in Denver. That's the pick. To you, Rooster.
Okay, I like it. And so Clev, back-to-back segments, you've mentioned something that I want to pick up and carry on to my pick here. On your favorites pick, you mentioned teams don't usually fire their OC and get better. And then this segment, you mentioned the Steelers not looking good last week. So what am I doing here? I'm changing it up, boys. I initially had the Rams against the Cardinals. There were some discrepancies about the line. So I said, you know what? Screw it. I don't want to touch it. I'm going to the Bengals +1.5 against the Steelers. You know, I think everyone likes to, Canada's always an easy target, whether it's Matt Canada or our northern neighbor.
Come here, rat buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. He's not your friend, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy. He's not your buddy, friend.
I think that the Bengals, I think the Steelers are going to need a couple weeks. Like, okay, you think you're going to figure it out with Kenny Pickett? Is he going to be, Jimmy's and Joe's? Jimmy's and Joe's. That's what they say. X's and O's, Jimmy's and Joe's here. I'm going with Bengals. I think their defense will give him fits. But hey, good job on him not having any turnovers last week. People love to make that point. He hasn't turned the ball over, but when you're throwing for 150 yards, it's give and take a little bit. Clev?
Yeah, I like it, man. Steelers fans are all up in arms. They just fired Matt Canada, or the opposite. They're all really fired him, but I don't know if they're going to just turn it around in 1 week. I like it. Way to do it live.
Appreciate it. We'll see. I mean, maybe they'll get the ball to Jalen Warren a little bit more, but ultimately, I still think that the Steelers might have been a little inflated early on in the year with some of their close game wins. I don't think you can hide an offense all season, so I'm going with the Bengals. What about you, A-Rock?
Yeah, I mean, I said I took the Jags pick a little personal. I mean, if you ask me whether I'd had Kenny Pickett or CJ Stroud, I think you know the answer. Rather have CJ Stroud. I'll take the 3 interceptions, man. He still made plays to win that game, even after the interceptions. Granted, they were pretty fucking bad, the interceptions, but I don't think that's going to carry over. I think he's going to learn from that. Beat him the first time, I think the blueprint has changed, but we're still going to stay the same. We're going to take the Texans at +1.5 against the pod favorite Jags this week.
So, all right. It is personal. You said make it personal. Let's make it personal. It's back-to-back weeks. Last week you got lucky that I picked the Browns prior to the Deshaun news, or else I would have hit once that line came down a little bit. But this week, no line adjustment saving you. All right. Jags win the game.
All right. I mean, I think he still would have got the same result in the Browns game with Deshaun or DTR, if you ask me, because Deshaun wasn't, playing his ass off prior to that week. Other than one drive against the Ravens, don't talk to me about that Ravens game because that was bullshit too.
Hey, 14 for 14 in the second half of that game. People forget.
Yeah, I have forgotten because he's not fucking playing anymore.
Woo, baby, all eyes are going to be on this Jags-Texans game, baby. I love it.
I like it. You know what else I like? I like the money down parlay, man. I'd like that to fucking hit. I hate the Seahawks for doing it to us twice like that. But that's in the past. We're not focusing on the past. We're moving forward, getting into the first leg with Klevdog.
Hey, I like the energy. It's time to get back on the gravy train. The record is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like
Don't
4
say it.
and 7.
Don't say it. Yeah, it's not
I think
good.
we still might be up money on it, but okay. Here's the pick.
It's
Baltimore
tight.
at LA Chargers. We're going money line. I know Lamar might have he was limping off a little bit. He was asked about that the other day. He said, "I'd be feeling good. I'll be feeling good. Coach gave us a few extra days off, so I'll be good for the Chargers." ... was in the quote. We need to stop talking about this ankle. I'm good. So I'm picturing Brandon Staley. He's going to go for a couple unsuccessful fourth downs. Baltimore takes care of business. Baltimore money line. That's the pick. To you, Rooster.
All right. Like to start. A-Rock, before when we were changing segments there, you said we got to look forward. Well, sometimes you got to look back to go forward.
I guess.
I'm going to Thursday night. I'm going Seahawks money line. No, just kidding.
God damn it.
Nah, just kidding, boys. I can't do it to us again. I'm going actually all the way to Monday Night Football. I'm going Vikings money line against the Bears. Josh Dobbs has killed me a couple times now, so maybe I'm gonna be a little Dobbs boy, little Dobby. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But
Presented Dobby with clothes. Dobby is free.
But no, I'm gonna ride with the Vikings. I don't know. I like the way their offense is playing. Honestly, it's kind of interesting. Other than like Jordan Addison and Hawkinson, I like the little guy Brandon Powell for them. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Vikings money line. What about you, A-Rock?
Hey, you can't go into Chiefs Kingdom, get a win, and then expect me not to bet on you the next week. I mean, we're going Philly money line to round this thing off. And I just like Philly beating the Chiefs on the road, and then, they are getting 3 points at home against the Bills, who have struggled worse than the Chiefs this year. It's a must-win for the Bills, but I think it's also a must-win for Philly to keep it rolling. Klevdog.
Yeah, they're actually laying 3.5, but I think it's a great spot. I'm surprised it's not a little more in that 4 territory, but they're at home. Let's get back on the gravy train. I got the odds at plus 289. That's Baltimore money line. That's Philly money line. That's Minnesota money line. That's an easy one to plug in this week. I got a little couple nuggets for the wrap up too.
Nuggies.
We were talking about public money against the spread last week. Week 11, public money against the spread went 6-6. So Vegas didn't get us again. That brings the public money record against the spread to 83, 67, and 8 on the season. That's a whopper. Public money knows best.
I like that. Yeah, I don't think Vegas has us figured out anymore, right? I think we're getting the common man starting to learn a little bit. So we're a show for the common man, the everyman. So let's get out there. Let's have a great Thanksgiving. I got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
Dude, I don't know if it's like copyright or anything, but if you can throw that in there, oh my God.
Oh, it's coming. All right. I think that's it. Short one for you. Cool. All right. Deuces.
Peace, boys.
You're not affiliated with a gambling site or sponsored in any way. If you're going to gamble, please do so responsibly. For gambling problems, call 1-800-GAMBLER.